Hey yo, this is your girl Melanin Audacity, and thank you for tuning in to the Master Elements Podcast.
Smash the elements. Smash the elements.
Hey, welcome back everybody to episode. I think we're up to episode 6 now. Master Elements Podcast. Tonight it's myself and Sincere Love the God. What is that? What are you doing? Oh, so you're gonna multitask while we're recording tonight. What is that though?
This is my Father's Day gift. My daughter gave me this. It's a massager, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
So you control it with your arms.
No,
how it massages your back.
It got like a couple different settings, and you just.
Okay. I see that. Yeah. That's the heat.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
well, anyway,
like
it's just two of us this week. That's right. DJ RP Beats. He took off for Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
All the fathers.
So this week is Sincereluvdagod God and myself, Melanin Audacity. You can catch me across all social media platforms at Melanin Audacity. And tell them what's up. Tell them where to catch you.
And y'all can catch me across all platforms at Sincereluvdagod, and also at Akbar 2020 on Instagram. That's the page for the new album that's on the way with me and my brother Lou.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Wait for that to drop. I'm coming from. I'm visiting my mom for the weekend. It's Father's Day, and so I'm in the guest bedroom with a makeshift setup. So I'm sweating bullets trying to set everything up. But anyway, we had a lot going on last week that we want to get into.
A lot going on.
My main thing that I just really want to talk about is Trump. So we'll talk about Trump and his rally, but then in general, just that speech, hate-filled, vile, vicious speech. It's time for him to go. And
that's coming with the major dog whistles.
That right there. Of course, I didn't watch it, so I depend on CNN for the recap of what happened. But I was happy that he didn't get all the followers. Well, I was a little disappointed and happy at the same time. Disappointed because, and I know it's bad, but I was hoping that it was 20,000 of those racists in there giving themselves the coronavirus to take home, so that that'll be done with that. You know what I'm trying to say? But
No doubt, man. Trump is a trip, man. He's very entertaining, and I don't expect nothing less than white supremacy whenever his name is involved. But me and my sister probably disagree a little bit politically on this. She's like, he got to go, and anybody but Trump. I'm kind of like, hey, let's get the shits popping if we're gonna get the shit popping. You know what I'm saying? Because with him in there, this is the most activated that I've seen my people. You know what I'm saying, in my life. And so I feel like he's a necessary alarm clock for us in these times. I don't want us to go back to sleep.
Yeah, absolutely not. However,
I know.
It's more or less, I think the president's responsibility is to protect the citizens of the country by any means necessary. Against all, I think that's how it goes, against all foreign, something that I don't just say something.
Foreign and domestic.
Yeah, terrorists and things of that nature. But what happens when the terrorist is you? How does that work? And the fact that he's not preaching unity for all, he's dealing with imbeciles who nitwits who don't have the sense to know that maybe he's joking or trying to make light, but they're going and acting on it. We've had these hangings, they're just busting out shooting people, and it's just going to progressively get worse with the way he is putting his message out there. We as African Americans typically are not stockpiled on guns, and I'm not going to say there aren't any of us who don't have we ready for the ready, but it seems like they never get those people. They don't mess with them. I don't know if it's the aura they present.
That's part of their creed. That's part of their creed. They have that in a lot of their literature where they tell them to pick soft targets and not to go after people that look like they could defend themselves. They like to pick women. They like to get children, you know, homeless people, and just easy targets. You know, that's part of their creed.
Yes, but also that makes it even more scary because the vulnerable are, you know, at risk. You know what I mean? And it's not fair. They deserve to live like anyone else. If you want to be a man and have a dual, what was it called? Duo?
Yeah,
Dual. You know, where you fast as one turn around, you know, but they're not doing that.
Yeah,
and
they don't go
mano
a mano. They do ambush attacks. They do little sucker shit. And that's how they get down, man.
He had the nerve. Now he gonna have everybody messing with the Chinese people again, talking about that the virus came from China, or still accusing them. This influenza, he called it the Kung flu. So somebody need to kick him in his mouth. Bruce Lee kick, what you call that, a fly kick? I used to know the names of those kicks, but you know what I'm saying. Kick him right in his mouth. So, but again, now he's having them going to start targeting, I'm sure, these Chinese or Asian Americans. I know they scared to death right now, you know. It's just not, I don't understand how this is acceptable or even allowed. I don't understand why there is not a law that should someone who takes this office become a tyrant and is doing exactly what Trump is doing, causing division and loss of life, that they need to take the steps to remove them because of it. And I just remembered one time they arrested Tupac because of somebody was listening to some music that killed a cop or shot a cop or something to that effect. And so they went after him, saying that if not for your song, he would not have done that. So how is it?
I don't know if he got arrested for that, but I remember.
I don't think so either. But something happened to him. They went after him some kind of way, and I didn't mean to.
It was just the media, you know, the media, you know, the media was doing what they do. They was putting.
But they did something to him. Something happened. But how is it that you can recognize the wrong in everyone else but yourself? Is the point. We have an example for everything that they can't see when they do it, but how they saw it so fast when we do it. Everything. In every way. And he should not be allowed to be in this highest position of the land and doing this like Hitler, or I don't even know of anybody worse than Hitler as far as I'm concerned. Now it's going to be Donald Trump.
Oh, they got some worse.
Well, Hitler, Donald Trump, and that was a leader of people. And just, I mean, of course, there are terrorist groups who have a leader, but I'm talking about someone who holds a public office.
I mean, what is a terrorist group, though? You know what I'm saying? Like the United States and the Western powers, they get to decide who the terrorists are and say that, you know, we have to go deal with these people over here. But you know, when you look at it from their perspective, sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, but when you get to look at it from some of their perspectives, you know, they're freedom fighters in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? They're defending their land and defending their resources and their way of life.
Who is the racist?
No, I'm saying certain people that they might call terrorist groups. Certain groups that they might label terrorist groups that they put that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely, I totally understand that. They control the narrative on that and can turn people against a group that is maybe just fighting for their own land because you coming and trying to take it, and now you're going to label me a terrorist group when all I'm saying is no, you can't have my land because it's mine, and because you got bigger guns, you think you just gonna come and take my stuff. So I get that, but Trump is to me on a different level of activating, like you said, his imbecile mind constituents who most of them are not, I hate to say, this is just what I read today, that they weren't college educated. I'll just say not too educated, period. That because being a college educated or not shouldn't have anything to do with it. Well, it's just, yeah.
A lot of that is propaganda too, in my opinion, because it's not enough of those two teeth in their mouth, meth head motherfuckers to get him elected into office like that. They got to take a lot of these white collar, clean cut motherfuckers.
No, it was them too. It was them, but the majority,
all them college kids that was down there at all them college kids that was down there at Charlottesville, with the teacher torches and all that stuff.
Yeah, yes. It was a percentage, because out of the 100, I'm just saying that the majority of them, was the larger percentage were the two teeth hillbilly rednecks
at the rallies and
that voted for him.
TV.
Yeah, and that voted. And they also have a percentage of blacks too that voted for him.
Oh, that's very
and Latinos and Asians and then educated white people to make up his 100% of his vote. So it was a little bit of everyone, actually.
His black numbers are minuscule to the point where they're not even worth mentioning. And most of those people, most of those black Trump supporters, they're not foundational black Americans. You know what I'm saying? They're not.
Yeah, I can't. We gotta figure that out, because we have to clarify that. We got to get that clarified, even if it's just for how we refer to them on the show to get people
on a political level. On a political level, it's not impersonal. It's not impersonal.
No. I mean, because when you say they're not foundational black Americans, what I'm talking about is what I've been talking about. Yeah. Black Americans. So you need to start saying Caribbean and African Americans. So we are specifically identifying who you're referring to, because when you say foundational black Americans, like, because they put us all in the pot. They stripped us from our identity as those descendants. Native black. Okay, there we go. I like that too, because I like that too, because I couldn't think. I was like, what the hell can we call them? Us, rather, to distinguish us from the other blacks. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep grouping us all together, and there's a distinction between us, and there's a distinction between us that supports Trump. Because we know about it, and they still too, and I don't understand it, because they came from slavery in their own land. They have lineage of that there. Although
they have a different culture than us.
That's right, but the books say that the worst was here in America, of all slavery all over the place. They treated our slaves the worst. Whether that meant they cut off 5 fingers versus 2 fingers somewhere else, or whether they gutted you or just stabbed you. And,
I don't know
how it could be good or bad.
I wouldn't say definitively that we had it the worst, because for the most part, we're the only ones that haven't assimilated. Most of these other groups, that's the difference between us and them. Most of these other groups, they have an assimilation culture, like, and the Latino community, they try to be as white as possible if they can. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, as a group, I know there's some cool people that understand their history and all that.
That's right.
And they down for whatever. But I'm just saying, as a group, they try to assimilate into white society, especially when they come over here to America. Caribbeans, Asian people, they all try to assimilate into white culture. We're the only ones that maintain who we are, regardless to what. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna name our kids these crazy ass names. We're gonna keep coming up with all the new styles and the new lingo and all that. Like, we the innovators. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We don't follow behind other people's culture. Everybody follow behind ours.
Yes,
So
but I really
we're
like
very
the
unique people.
native Black American.
Yeah, with Native Black Americans. That's
Yeah.
Dr. Claude Anderson's term. Dr. Claude Anderson.
Okay, great. Because that's what I want to start referring to us
Check
as
out
native.
Powernomics. Check out Powernomics. Y'all go to powernomics.com. Get all of Dr. Claude Anderson's book. This man has been saying what we're trying to say, to the
Yes.
best of our ability for the last 50 years. What we're trying to tell y'all in this short time that we on this podcast, this man has been giving us that game for the last 50 years or so.
Yeah.
So go check out him. Check out all his work. Dr. Claude Anderson, Powernomics.
So I guess ultimately,
yeah.
But ultimately, to finish Trump off, I just hope that we can come together to push for legislation that will set the standard for removal for the next president who think they could come in and behave like Trump. Because apparently it's not in place yet, and I don't know what the problem is. But we can't, you know what I'm saying? We can't be waiting. A lot of damage can be done in 4 years. And I'm sure they have been consistently killing us throughout our time here. But I know someone's gonna have the numbers, and I would like to see how much they've grown since his presidency, or if they remain the same. You understand what I'm saying? With regard to not only the police murder, but just hate crime murders against us in general.
But there's a study out there that shows that more Black people were killed extrajudicially. If I'm saying that word correctly, extrajudiciously, however you say that word, but meaning with impunity, without nobody getting punished for it, or with it being state sanctioned. More Black people have been killed under the Obama administration than I think they said at the 50s and 60s or the 40s and 50s combined. It was one of those 2 decades combined during Jim Crow. More people got killed while Obama was president by police and white vigilantes like George Zimmerman and all that than what's happening back then.
Wow.
And so it hasn't slowed down. So it would be interesting to see what the numbers have been since Trump got in there.
Yeah. I'll try to see if I can look into that. But okay, let's go ahead on and move on to the unfortunate hanging by suicide by hanging.
Allegedly. like they talking to us like we stupid out here. They just talking to us like we stupid out here. Like, what was it? Was it 5 or 6 different people in like a matter of a week and a half?
I believe so. But you know what? I think it's going to end up being more than that, because it's been some trickles over the past couple of years too of hangings.
Yeah. I remember a couple of years ago down here on Martin Luther King, the little bridge on Martin Luther King over there by I forgot the name of that school they got right there, but yeah, there was somebody found hanging off the bridge over there, maybe like 2-3 years ago, and that was kind of quiet. I think they called that one a suicide as well. But the thing about that is they immediately telling us that these hangings are suicides, but when we see someone get killed by the police on camera, they tell us we got to wait for the investigation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got to wait till all the facts come out. We got to do all of this forensic stuff, and we got to look into the background of the dead person and all type of stuff we got to do before we figure this one out. But a Black man hanging in a tree in a public place, mysteriously, coincidentally somewhere where there's not many cameras around, and we're not gonna ask no questions.
Exactly, and we're not gonna challenge that decision that is by suicide.
Yeah.
That again, I don't know if these are Native Black Americans or if these are the African. No. The reason the point I'm trying to make is whether or not if that's their history as well, hangings and things of that nature, as much as it is ours. But again, it doesn't matter.
Well, we're the only ones.
Regardless, but
we're the only ones that had two
why would we do that?
Why would we do what?
Why would we choose that way? To
commit suicide?
Because we do commit suicide, yeah. You know, as Native Black Americans, we do.
Yeah.
But I just, you know, I don't know. That's just rough. It's hard because just because I have a strong mind, I can't expect that everybody has a strong mind. And there are things that people go through in their life that can be just inconceivable, or just they just can't deal with it. And not that I condone taking your life, but you know, I just.
Why would you do it like that, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
at this time, with everything that's going on, and just all around the country,
I just think it's a horrible way to go. If I'm gonna take my own life, I'm gonna find a way that I'm gonna be sleeping, just don't wake up, like to hang myself. Because your body's gonna naturally want to fight that off. You're gonna be choking, and then your neck gonna snap. Like, I don't know. This is weird. Like, you have to understand what you're gonna do to your body if you hang yourself. There's no nice way to do that. It's not a pretty death. It's not without terror for yourself. You horrified, I'm sure.
Most people that do it are mentally ill. Most people that do it suffer from some sort of mental illness, some sort of mental disorder in the first place. A regular, normally, you know, mentally stable person is not gonna go into a public place and just hang themselves from a tree.
Yeah, and I see here, once you brought it up, I just ran a search and they're saying the families are challenging it. Of the Black men, which they should. Unfortunately, a lot of our LGBT members that are, you know, African American, Black, Caribbean, or whatever, because of the stigmatism and not the lack of acceptance in the families, they have a high suicide rate.
Yeah, they do.
But again, it's just the method. I don't, you know, I don't condone it. And if you are feeling that way, but if you're watching this, you know, please reach out to the hotline. You know, I'll try to find a number. Yeah, because this is not cool. And your life is your life is definitely not. It's worth saving.
I actually saw somebody on my timeline today that was, you know, writing some suicidal posts. You know what I mean? I don't know if they was trolling or.
Yeah, this stuff is getting to people, I'm sure, because it's scary. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is 1-800-273-8255. Since we're on the subject, I just pulled it up just now. 800-273-8255. And when I edit this, I'll scroll it across and make sure it's in the description box and everything. But please talk to somebody. You are worthy. I mean, we can work it out. They'll help you. Our emails are going to be in the description box. I'll talk to anybody if I can, you know. Just don't take their life. It's not you. We need you. We need all our soldiers. We need you.
Yeah, but I don't believe for 1 minute that those brothers are hang themselves though.
Yeah, me either. So, and they're not going to be doing that either because and the reason why, you know what, if this is a slick way to do it, because just like we're saying we can't prove Chauvin's intent to kill George Floyd, we will never be able to 100% equivocally say, that's a word, say that they did not. And that's a slick way for these bastards to try to do that type of shit too. I think, if you think about it, because I know one person in my life who did that, and it was such a shock. I would have fought to the end had it not been for the fact that they did it in their own garage. They told the family they would be right back, or I'm going out here to chill for a little while, and that. You understand what I'm saying? It was what the, and we don't know what was going on. He wasn't behind, like it wasn't bills related. He wasn't in a bad relation. Like we don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's strange.
That's what I'm saying.
But he did it. He did it in privacy, though. You know what I'm saying?
That could be the difference. Yes, that's right. He did not go to the park or whatever. He went in the garage. Yes, that would be private. But whatever it was, he knew he was going to be found. And why do that to your family, your wife, and your kids?
Yeah, man,
that's crazy. Like that's what I'm saying. It was like out of nowhere. So I just hope that they haven't found another way that they can get away with this. That's why I put on Facebook, I think we all should, and I don't even know if that'll work, but just trying to think outside the box. Write you a little, get it notarized. I would never kill myself by hanging. If I was,
I be saying it all the time. I be saying it all the time. I say it in my rhymes. I be writing it in my Twitter.
Write it. Yeah. Make everybody in your family write it, and then just if you had to feel like, what would you do? And say that's how I would do it. And I don't want you to do it, period. But because we gotta get in front of these people. Because I got a feeling that this is just the beginning of some slick stuff that's happening, and they catching people probably walking home late from work.
Catching niggas slipping, man.
Yes, and we no.
It kind of sounds to me like almost like some MK Ultra shit might be going on. Like they got niggas chipped up, and all they gotta do is push a button, and you go hang your damn self. But that's getting a little deep. That's getting a little too deep. We ain't gonna go there tonight.
But you know what?
While your boys,
you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't put nothing past them. I don't trust them.
Past.
Nino don't trust them. Nino don't trust them.
Smash the elements. Smash the elements.